Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, we are live playing Pokemon. Oh my goodness. Take two. We are live today playing James Bond. James Bond 007. This is a pro model. This, as always, I like to thank Nitro Pinball. Ball Baron is my latest kink. I've put the ninja balls in about half the machines. I'm converting everything. And so, yeah, Ball Baron, if you want that good upgrade to your machine that's going to, help the playfield survive a little longer, add an extra super shine. Those ninja balls be doing shiny stuff. Here we go. But yeah, what else? Saturday, March 4th, Industry Arcade, we will be doing a Outer Limits pinball tournament. This is part of our league. So if you are in the area, Vancouver, New West, Burnaby, British Columbia area, you want to come to this tournament. It will be live streamed on the Grown Up Adjacent channel as well. But yeah, come out to this event. It will be awesome. There is prizes. I think there's a cash pot involved with that, but definitely check out Industry Arcade, and you want to be at that tournament. Some heavy hitters. It'll be fun. What's up, Retro Rewired? Welcome to the stream. Yes, we are playing James Bond, and I've been having a lot of fun on this. I liked playing this game on location, and I had played it at the Nitro Pinball's showroom before, but I never really got into it. But it's something that in the closed environment, like in the basement, in your own location, I was able to turn up the sound, turn off the lights, and get a whole new experience. It's funny, I know that would apply to most pinball, that it's going to have a little bit different effect when you play at home, but definitely this is one of those games. The theme pulls you in very much at home. So I don't know. I know it's sort of one of those like Captain Obvious things, but it definitely is. It does feel more fun at home. You can hear it, you can see it. It's just a different experience. And sorry, I just have to click a few things on my dashboard. I'll be just 1 second. But yeah, I just want to welcome everyone to this is a Good Friday stream. And wait a minute. What is going on here? Pause for that number. A lot of people, I wonder if even remember when you used to have to call the operator to get someone's phone number. I'll just put on some music and sound. I'm just making some adjustments to my stream. I have to do it every time I start up, unfortunately. It's a sucky workflow that I'm forced to. There we go. But anyways, yeah, welcome in this morning. We're gonna be playing some James Bond. Usually I'm able to click all these things before we fully start up, but whatever. Okay, so I'm going to hop right into gameplay. I do have a little bit of a strategy today. So I'm going to be trying to backhand into Q branch more. I find that the flippers in this game are quite flat, almost like an Elwyn design, almost like King Kong's not bad, but like Jaws. Like when the ball's coming down here, it doesn't stay on the flippers. It's very hard to keep it on there. So doing a little tricky backhand where you kind of, get it rolling and then backhand is almost impossible on this machine. So I'm going to be practicing stuff like that. Also, I have to figure out what is the best procedure for getting in to this area here, this little this little scoop, because when I try to get in it like I do on King Kong, where you cross shot it and use the flipper to kind of skip it in, I have not been having great success. So I'm going to work on that a little bit. Also, I'm going to give some more special focus to the missile tip, the phallus, the big shaky doing doing thing in the middle. So yeah, I've got some of my own sort of practice I want to work on today. So you guys will kind of just be here to watch that if you want. Also, my goal is to GC the game, keep pushing it. And also, I know that when I normally play on live stream at my house, I take a significant more amount of like play risks than you would ever in a tournament. I think some people need to like keep that in mind. This is for entertainment purposes, but for myself, I do need to hone my tournament skills. So I might be playing a little bit slower, doing a little bit more thinking and focusing. You might see that, but it's gotta move this. It's cutting off the chat a little bit, but. So Bronco says, right shot with the left flipper for Kong Me, maybe near machine. So you're saying to get in here, you use the right flipper to get into there? Well, that is what I have been doing. Anyways, we'll see how it starts. But yeah, I did notice when I tried to, put the flipper up and just kind of send it in there, it's bouncing out like every time. So there were some other settings that I didn't really adjust yet. Like I always go on pin side and find out like what is everyone doing for flipper power, what is everyone doing for pitch. Because sometimes games will specifically not perform with the flippers at maximum, for example. See what I mean? The ball does not want to stay on that flipper. Makes drop catching also harder. sort of saw that, felt that coming. I'm gonna check my volume here quick. It was right. And yeah, if you guys ever have suggestions on, like, if you can't hear the game or you want any volume change, just let me know. I'm trying to, like, oh. Seems to, oh, come on. Getting sloppy in here. Wake up. Wake up. Oof.
Branch is lit.
See that little type of back end? I can do it. Yeah, it does work. I just need to practice those things. So for those type of, like, we call them the sexy backhand, you just flutter your flipper, get the ball to roll a bit, and then backhand.
On the run, as it were. Highly irregular.
Well, there's that. One of my projects for this weekend, for later today, I'm installing precision flippers on my Godzilla machine. And I don't know, I know that's not a complicated project or anything, but I love Godzilla. I love how it plays, and I'm a little bit worried about breaking the flow. Do you know what I mean? I just have so much muscle memory on that game. But I got the precision flippers at TPF. Got some nice shiny, actually, were they shiny? They're the aluminum ones. Maybe I should buff them first. I forget if they were already buffed, but they would look good buffed. Buffed is one of those words I'm curiously uncomfortable with. And if you joined us yesterday, you would have noticed that there was, I was having extensive issues with my action button, but it has since been fixed. One thing I can't really see visually that those drop targets are down, so I have to get used to just reading the lights.
Honey, write it.
branch is lit. All unlocked.
So talking about Bond in general terms, so the Pro doesn't have a physical ball lock, doesn't have the crane that moves around. I'm trying to decide how important those things are. Oh, like I meant to do it. What's up, Rex FTW? Welcome to the show.
Listen. What a wonderful surprise. Well, for me too. I must say, I find this business of equipping you in the field, on the run as it were, highly irregular.
Oh, shiznit. Man, I didn't realize until then how high risk those can be on the right outlay. But anyways, I guess we learn. Stay up there. Yeah, so Rex, I don't disagree that some of the premium features are kind
How
of
do you know that? How do you know my friends call me Domino?
not always worth it.
It's on the bracelet.
Like, for example, in X-Men, I don't think they're necessarily
What
worth
sharp
it.
lies you've got.
But if you love X-Men and you're going to keep that game until you retire or whatever, it might be a different story. So my whole early pinball journey was I bought Stranger Things Pro first, new in box from Nitro Pinball. And we couldn't afford or didn't want to afford the price of the premium at the time. And they didn't have a premium on display. They had a Pro and we had so much fun on it, right? But then after I played so much Stranger Things, I really fell in love with the game. I was getting a little better. This is a couple years ago now. And then I regretted not having those extra features like the moving Demogorgon, the magnet physical lock on the back, and the projector. And in that game, it does make it a bit of a different experience. And I really wanted to keep that game kind of forever. And so it's one of those ones where, like, if a game comes out and you know your whole life was about Transformers as a kid, and you have like this deep nostalgia, those are the times where I might say, yeah, get the premium, don't even think about it. And for some people that have the means, those people might also just choose the LE too. Yeah, Rex, I'm the same way, but I'm also of a new mindset that I prefer customizing it myself and making it my own over it having a plaque. I'll be honest about that. I've gone down this road. I tried the theory with Star Wars Fall of the Empire. I think it's gorgeous, but the collectability means nothing to me. Like it having a unique number means completely nothing. So, but again, everyone's journey in this whole thing is kind of different. And currently I'm having a newfound love to go play pinball on location more. So somewhat of a lazy. Came sneaking out of there. Yeah, Rex, I know that it's supposed to be there. That's where it lives on this on my stream. A lot of people watch my particular stream on TVs according to the stats. So but yeah, it's just where it lives.
Willard White for you. Wow. This is the real honor, sir. Shove your
Yeah, Ovets, I get that feeling too. Like last night I basically played I based all the games I played last night at Industry Arcade. They're all pros, and I enjoyed playing every single one of them. But oh shoot, sorry, something's Ovet. I see what you mean. Something's moved. Shit. Let me see if I appreciate that. I thought you meant the. Let me trap up. That happens sometimes. Like, I appreciate you notifying me. All right. Yeah, I appreciate you notifying me. I just move that over. So as I talk about sometimes, especially to there we go, that's better. I talk about this once in a while amongst my chat friends and stuff, and I do not recommend live streaming to friends. I try not to, because so what caused that, I just moved I scaled the chat window, and Streamlabs decided it thought I wanted to move everything else, but okay, I think that's better. I do this thing when I start the stream too. I'm usually like, all right, lights, camera, action. Because sometimes I've like started a live stream, you know, you get a whole bunch of viewers, and then you're like, oh crap, my playfield camera's offline. So.
And there's not a damn thing we can do about it at the moment.
There we go. Found my way in there. That's the same way I get in the cave on Kong. Kind of flip her up, a light flick into there. So maybe I'll use that as my procedure. But also, good morning, everybody. Happy Good Friday.
Would you believe that this whole damn country is being held for ransom and we got till noon tomorrow to pay up?
Oh, Vessel, good for you, my friend. Good for you.
Shoot again.
If you are in my Discord, send me the link. Send me the link. I can figure out how to... One second, folks. I'm trying to figure out how to add it. All right, Ovets, I gave you a follow. I'll check out your stream later. But yeah, good for you. Good for you. Oh, shit again.
Ovets is our newest follower. Welcome to the
What's up,
grown-up
Ovets?
adjacent
Thank
community.
you. Thanks for the
Ovets.
follow, my friend. And good luck on your journey. Message me if you ever have any questions.
Extra
Try to
ball
help.
is next.
Calling Capcom. Capcom, this is Jupiter 16. Can you give a go for 4th orbit? You have a go for 4th orbit. Jupiter 16, roger.
We're getting slowly warmed up here. I played a huge amount of pinball yesterday. I was on live stream in the morning for 3 hours, and then in the evening last night played for a couple hours at my house with my brother, and then went to. Wish I knew there was a ball saved there. Okay. And then I went out to the arcade at Industry for 2 hours. So you definitely, like, my body, at least my 45-year-old body tells me that I've been playing pinball all day yesterday. Another thing that didn't physically help the situation was moving Funhouse out and moving this game in. Moving games out of my house is hard because I've got about 6 stairs, and then it's very challenging to get it out the door, but whatever. Life is good. You know what? Pinball's involved. There's some community around it. But talking about what Rex said above, like playing competitive, I always recommend even the most novice players. I always recommend that even the most novice players like seek out a league and just try it. Because when you're there playing with these like seasoned, veteran, committed, competitive players, I'm sorry, just a second. When you're playing with the seasoned competitive players, you will learn so much so fast. Whereas if you're like me and you kind of play in a bit of a bubble at your house, you can develop some very hard to break habits. But yeah, anyways, there's no wrong way of doing it, but I always do suggest people try to go and, play in their league night. Oh, shoot. Technical difficulty. Ovets, can you try hitting ! Discord in this chat? It should send you a new one. That's good to know. My link tree expired. But yeah, the biggest thing about even playing in a league like once a month, you'll get that one tip from someone. They're like, you know what? You got to trap up more. You got to, you're getting a little crazy and a little careless. Or, hey, in this game, you got to focus on the Demogorgon, or you got to focus on those little tips you get are just critical. Plus, it's social. It adds like a whole other element. I played in a tournament recently, and like I did not perform well, but I had a really fun time. I really enjoyed. I happened to be live streaming it. I live streamed it. I really enjoyed that. But then at the end of the night, the highlight of the night was like hanging out there and talking to a couple of the guys, like, So I highly recommend like trying out competitive pinball. The word competitive kind of ruins it probably for so many people. It should just be called like, you know, organized pinball, because that's all it is. It's organized pinball where you play with a group and then you move to another group and then you move to another group. So, because some people like the word competition scares them, but it truly is. It's just like little groups of 4. You're there to have fun. And then at the end of the night, you know, you hang out. So I highly recommend, if my life situation allowed much more time, I would definitely be in a weekly league, but I don't have that time. Excuse me, folks. It has the wrong sliders on the back, but anyways.
What's your name?
Money, right?
Draw your equipment at Q Branch. All one.
Machine's moving a lot. See, they were able to get a little backhand. Oh, it didn't quite make it in. Oh, didn't quite make it in, and then this outlane's wide open though. It's at stock setting. I didn't close it up like I would, but what's up, my friend? Welcome to the stream.
Now then, it's a take-up. Then it's a take-up.
All right, let's stay in this one longer. Gosh, isn't it? All right, and a few of these done. Oh, see, I sent a rocket into that left scoop, but it didn't go in. I got it now.
Super jackpot.
Those are big pops right now.
Q Branch is lit.
My dear uncooperative Domino.
How do you know that? How do you know my friends call me Domino?
It's on the bracelet on your ankle.
So, Doc Imagineer,
what
can you
sharp lies you've
can
got.
you email Tommy at Nitro Pinball? Do you mind? Because
Lock is lit.
I noticed that yesterday, and that sucks because I'm giving it all this hype, right? And I didn't get my glass for free or anything. I thought it was good glass. I know how hard it can be to find
So we
sometimes.
have to go next. Do you think you can make it?
Of course. It's business.
Good.
It's Tommy with a Y at nitropinball.com, and it will really help if you say you saw it on the Grown Up Adjacent channel. He doesn't give me any kickback or anything, but I'm just at least lets them know that our people see it. I'm not sure, maybe it's just not listed yet because it's a pretty new product, but
Now pay attention, please. Windscreen bulletproof to the side and the rear windows.
oh, ball save. I appreciate it, Doc.
Want to complete the Spectre target to build Bird 1 jackpots.
You know, it's funny, actually, also, this made me think of, I want to try to do a comparison. I want to do a comparison of the different types of invisible glass. So I'm going to try to figure out if I can come up with like an objective way to do it. Because I'm curious. Because I feel like the nitro stuff was good,
Radioactive
but I can't exactly tell which of my glass is which. I know the voodoo glasses says voodoo glass, and I know this nitro stuff doesn't say what it doesn't say nitro glass. I don't think. And then I've bought the Stern stuff. So I don't know which is which now.
Take a look at this Geiger reading.
Shiznit. So So Dustin Echoes Pinball, allegedly there is differences. Some of them will coat it on both sides. Some of them will do like multiple coats. I just don't know, or really, I just don't currently have the knowledge on that, but I would love to be like, man, this stuff is really better. I can't tell though. Or worse. You know what I mean? I know, it's funny. If I could go through my email history, the reason why, so like one of my friends, Trevor, pretty much anytime this song plays, I have a full-on copyright warning. My friend Trevor in like the chat, when I was like, I think I posted a reel when I'm like, hey guys, Nitro Pinball has this invisible glass in stock again. And he's like, shill. He's like, puts his shill hat on. I didn't get paid. I paid for my glass. I'm not shilling it. I'm mainly excited because it's been out of stock for so long. It's been so hard to get for so long. And like, if I went through my emails and was like, how many times I asked Nitro Pinball, like, hey man, do you have any invisible glass? Do you have any Invisiglass? Do you have any Voodoo glass? Do you have any Pin Vision or Pin glass or whatever? It's been like out of stock, at least where I am, for 8 months. That's why I was like hyped about it actually being available, because this is the thing too, like it seems like these places that make it, they'll have it in stock, then it's out of stock for 4 months while they re-up. But yeah, so but yeah, Trevor called me a shill. Thanks, Trevor. That's just fine. I think he was not being a dick. I don't think he's a dick. I think he was being funny. But the truth is, so we've gone over this before too on stream. The definition, in my opinion, of a shill in regards to pinball, that's when a person or like a podcast or something, when they kind of like promote something that sucks, or they kind of like are heavily biased because they sell the thing. I don't have any relationship like that with anyone, so I don't get any like kickbacks or anything. Yeah, that's a good question. Dustin Echoes Pinball asked about, channels that do music reactions and stuff. I don't really know that, but I was gonna screen grab it and put it on my social media. So yesterday when I played James Bond on stream, both the vertical and the horizontal received like a dozen copyright warnings. So I got to be smart about it and decide which games I show on which channel. But I don't know. My audience is bigger on the Grown Up Adjacent channel versus the Twitch channel for Pinball Life Network, but nonetheless. So then what I have to do is I have to sit and go and edit it all out. It's a pain in the tuchus, but anyways. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Well, Rex and whoever else is listening and watching, there's I don't like to speak negatively about anyone in the pinball creator space. There's one or two like podcasts that just by nature, they kind of have to be a shill because they're represented by, or they're like part of a distro or the factory. So those guys that's their job. So I also can't fault people for like doing their job. Like, let's say you were a distro. Okay. I think people never put themselves in other people's shoes when they're like, man, You're a shill on your podcast. But let's say this. Let's say like you took your whole family's life savings and you went and you became a distro and you've got a whole 53-foot trailer filled with Pokemons or whatever the next game is. Let's pretend it's the next game and you've paid for all these 50 games in the truck. And then like, you know, the game sucks. And then you just tell everyone the game sucks. And then you lose your money. Like, no one would ever do that, would they? Like, I have no financial connection to anything other than the outbound financial connection to run this shit and fly to the trade shows and all that. But anyways, who knows, one day that might change. But yeah, it's hard though. So Dustin Echo's like, one of my favorite podcasts is like that. And it's tough, but I can empathize with their situation. They gotta feed the dinner table, but you gotta walk a fine line. You don't want to be like, yeah, guys, buy this product, and you know it sucks. You can't do that. You gotta be careful. Just don't rep the sucky products. Maybe, I don't know. Oof, oh, my back is so sore. Getting Funhouse out of here was a strain on my back. Oh yeah, Rex. Yeah. Well, it's funny. So here's like a thing about Pokemon. It does something that's like a dopamine connection. It has all the bright lights, it has the sounds, but the thing about like quite easily, first the shots hit quite easily, so you can get in a real fun pinball groove playing Pokemon. Like I played it last night for probably a combined about 45 minutes, maybe 10 different games last night. The thing about Pokemon is it's approachable in that, and I hate to use that word again, but it's approachable to pretty much anybody. You can walk up to it and like you hit 2 or 3 things and you've caught a Pokemon. It's like, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that is how the casino works and gets you. For those that don't know what's happening to them, but you're becoming addicted. It's true. It has that dopamine push. That 1, 2, 3, you won, jackpot. You ever wonder why some people just like love games like John Wick where you're just hitting jackpot, 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 jackpot? Yeah. It's a dopamine injection. Pinball Rose behind me, sneaking up on me, scare the shit out of me. Not like my wife yesterday. My wife literally scared the shit out of me yesterday. What's up, Johnny Button? Welcome to the stream. So Rex, I mean, 100%. Like when I played it, I had quite a bit of time on it last night. I could hear the game. There was only about 8 or 10 people in the arcade total, and so I was able to, get further in the code, and it was very clear the code on Pokemon is there in very early stages. Like they said, they had video and sound and graphic assets from like many seasons. There's not much in there yet. So I believe it is in its like, very early code, stages. And they say that too. It's at like 0.8 code. So sorry, one sec. All right. I don't need ice cream at 9 in the morning. Huh? Okay. Thank you. I was getting notified there's ice cream in the premises. Important things to know. I know it's mint too. I have a kink for mint ice cream, but Meta Nightman, what's up? Welcome in as well. Cherries and strawberries. Is a kink the right word? I don't know. You pictured me with a mouthful of ice cream. Oh my god. So you know how like the algorithm feeds you shit based on... So my algorithm is currently feeding me things that are like, my wife doesn't know that I have an OnlyFans account, and because I use AI, and it's like a dude dancing, but it's actually a girl dancing, and you're like, is this telling me that that's what I should be doing late at night? It's like AI OnlyFans. I don't know. I don't know, Meta Knight, man. Subs are down. I gotta do something to make up the difference. Come on, stay in there, stay in there.
Honey, ride it.
Oh, I'm not.
A Royale with cheese. No kidding. Where's that orange ball? Double drain.
Super Pinballs are
That's another thing too. I've kind of started to figure out that you can nudge in the right out lane. You can nudge into the scoop. Like you can nudge into Q branch. I can't handle two balls at once.
Calling Gamecom. Gamecom, this is Jupiter 16. Can you give a go for fourth orbit? You have a go for fourth orbit. Jupiter 16, roger.
Please stop shaking the game.
Oh, I did put the toe ball in. Ooh. Show me on the sandwich where Chick-fil-A touched you.
All your enemies at Q branch.
Oof. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was like a violent Lazzy. Oh, what the? It's the meat and it's a treat. What? All right, so you guys need to school me. I'm not Catholic. I'm religious adjacent. What is... You guys can't eat meat? I know it was fish on Friday. And pardon me for not having a good knowledge of this stuff. My knowledge is limited in life.
My dear uncooperative
Okay.
domino.
How do you know that?
That's good to know. I don't know.
How do you know my friends call me Domino?
It's on the bracelet on your ankle.
So, what sharp little eyes you've got.
Is that a Catholic? It's Catholics, right? And again, I do admit, pardon my ignorance on the subject. I'm just simply ignorant on it. Not in a negative way, I just don't know. Okay.
Lager.
You know, it's funny, my daughter goes to a Lutheran school and she didn't make mention of it.
The catamaran is there too, so we can use it for cover. Oh, that's fine. You can drop me in the water behind her. Shall we go?
One lot. Shoot again.
Yeah, and you know, like, if I were to go back in life, oh, that's like, I look back and like, why did I not go down that path? And I don't know, maybe it was just my parents. Yeah, wasn't a priority or for them, and I feel in a lot of ways I missed out. I did go to different religious camps and stuff and had a lot of fun, but it just wasn't, I don't know. They were kind of just different choices, I guess, but
Ball 2. Loft.
all right. Oh, that feels so good. That's my favorite shot.
Radioactive reconnaissance.
That's a great question. So, real vinyl dude asked if can you skip these? So, I don't believe you can. I don't believe you can skip the cutscenes, but I do believe that's something that historically with this game and some other games that, you know, Stranger Things, for example, makes you watch the cutscenes. You know what? Next time what's on, I'll try skipping it with the action buttons or the flippers. Sorry. Yeah, like usually I spam both flippers and it skips the movie, but I don't think I've tried yet. For me, it's still like a new game, so I haven't kind of enjoy them, but
Are lit.
2 balls in the buck. That's right. You know, talking about that too, like, I really enjoy the chat with you guys when I stream. When I play, you know, just by myself, like before bed, I play totally different. Not in a bad way, it's just, I score better. And I feel more like I'm paying attention to the cutscenes and the modes, but I would say I prefer streaming than playing by myself, to be completely honest. Yeah,
Little Nelly.
playing by myself,
This can only be for
not
children.
playing
Don't
with.
use it, Gonzalez. Take my helicopter instead.
One thing after playing this for a few hours, the game is really starting to develop a flow like that. You can link stuff together very well. And I know the game's been out for a while, and I never played this more than,
Is lit.
I never played this that much in the arcade, to be honest. Come on now. Just trying to get it up that green
All
up.
your equipment at Q Branch.
Obviously not dialed that shot yet. Ah. Alright, I was all over the place there.
Shoot again.
Shoot again. I need a coffee refill. So is everyone like off of work today? So I had a good time hanging out with my brother last night. My brother came over. Last time he was here, I didn't have as many machines, and so we had a good time here. He's kind of like getting into this whole thing, and it's nice to watch. And he's a smart guy, so I think understanding the rules and progressing, and I think he'll learn pretty quick. But it would be also too, I asked him, I didn't want to ask him, like, because you know, I have a scheduled stream in the afternoons. For me, it was more important to hang out with my brother. But I'm like, hey man, you want to go on stream? He's like, sure. I was like, I thought he would be like against the idea. So he may come on too, and you know, let the infection spread out. You know, it's funny. I've never experienced working from home. I've always had to go into the office because, you know, part of my troubleshooting, problem solving, being in my role, I've had to be there. So I've done some. I'm set up to like start my day. So I start my day at home, check my emails, check Teams, check all the cameras, see what's happening in the factory, and then go play some pinball, and then go to work in a good mood, be productive, and come home. That's my rinse and repeat. But I've never been able to be like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna stay home and like work on my notes or my customers or accounting. It's not like it's not my role, unfortunately. Not knocking it, it's just never was a thing for me. Shoot. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Henry.
Shoot again.
Oh, so Rex is saying his brother just got a Pokemon LE and had node board issues right out of the box. So did his his Pokemon LE would have had speaker lighting. I'm just wondering which node. Sometimes those node board errors just mean you need to unplug things and power cycle it like 2 or 4 times. And the way it finds addresses and then assigns them like static. The one thing I always recommend, and I know most of us want to like fix this ourselves, but the truth is with the node board issues, Stern support is the best route to go, because they have a list of like stuff. They're like, oh crap, we sent out all these LEs and they had the node boards installed in a certain order, stuff like that. So that's why anytime, like, I know that this is again one of those Captain Obvious things, but I'm telling you, when you're having like electrical issues with your Sterns, go to your dealer or go write support at Stern Pinball or whatever it is, because they have like their known issues and they give you responses like so quickly. I remember recently, so I had a similar node board issue. Mine was with Metallica Remastered with the topper. So like I get the whole new topper, I plug it in, everything by instructions, looked at the node settings, check, everything's perfect. Then when I play the game, the topper kind of flickers and the game shuts down. I'm like, well, this is bullshit. So I ended up just having the game with no topper on for like 6 months, like forever. It just sat here, no topper lit up. And then when I emailed Stern, like, oh yeah, all you have to do is power the machine on, then plug in the new top. Like there was some little procedure that they had kind of like not included in the instructions, something like that. Or because I had the expression lighting, the expression speaker lighting, and the topper, I had to change a dip switch, something minor, but they knew. So like, it's not like the car dealer when you call them for help, they're like, yeah, bring it in, it's going to be $1,400. Like there's some level of pretty good support with, especially Stern. You know, I don't know a lot of the other ecosystems. I had pretty good experience dealing with American Pinball. Long delay with Pedretti, but I did get help from them when I had that machine. Pinball Brothers had great support too, by the way. I wonder, is that what the parts counter sounds like, or the service center? Not knocking those departments, I'm just saying.
Dr. No.
The dealer never wants to diagnose something on the phone. You gotta go there, because they gotta either charge you or they gotta charge the manufacturer.
Wondering what it cost.
They got a job to do, right?
Matter of fact, I was.
A Spectre weapon is available.
You were admiring my aquarium.
Yes. It's quite impressive.
The glass is convex, 10 inches thick, which accounts for the magnifying effect.
Minnows pretending they're whales. Just like you on this island.
Medium dry martini, lemon peel, shake around, stir.
I saw that coming! Ah! Freaking hell.
Shoot again. Super Bubbles are lit. Extra ball is lit.
Extra bolly?
DB5.
Where's my bet?
Oh, he's headed stay, I'm afraid.
But it's never let me down.
Endless orders 007. We'll be using this.
Yeah, it won't let me skip them. Or did it? It could be in the settings too. Oh, look later. Oh. Oh. Crap.
Enter your initials.
High score number 2. You know what number 2 means? It means poop. That was a fun game. I'm finding the flow. Still, my favorite shot is ripping the left spinner, sending it back to feed this one, and then sending it up into this right ramp. I still am learning the shots in this game. It's enjoyable. I do like it. Who does number 2 work for? Speaking of number 2, I need more coffee and in 5 minutes and a newspaper. What's up, Muhammad on YouTube? What's up? Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool, Rex. I'm gonna go refill my coffee. I'll be back in a couple minutes, though. Right back. All right. Well, I'm back. Got myself a new enormous half gallon of coffee to make me anxious, jittery, and question my health choices all day today. We're going to start fresh. I'm going on a GC hunt here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to have a 500,000 ball one, but anyways. I'll have a limited amount of those I'll do in a day, but shoot again at least. So I was talking to my brother a little bit last night, like
Complete the
about
targets to build bird-one jackpots.
like everyone is gets so wrapped up in all right, whatever. I can't talk and play obviously, so I'm just gonna talk and then play. I think we're all wired these days to get so hyped about the games that are coming out that, man, I grabbed this game that's been out for like 5 years or more, and it's awesome. Like, we played Pokemon. So the conversation was on the way home from the arcade last night, like, yeah, man, Pokemon was fun. It was. We did enjoy it. But like, man, the code on James Bond is deep. The shots are good. The music's good. And like, again, I'm just talking through my thoughts, but like, so then we talked about too, I'm like, so I said to my brother, I'm like, yeah, if you were buying a pinball machine today, what game would you buy? And he had played most of my games, and he said probably Godzilla, Jaws, or Dungeons and Dragons. And Dungeons and Dragons held like a little bit of a spot with him because last year we were working in Indiana, and this place called Bomber's Barbecue in Crown Point, Indiana, they had an LE Dungeons and Dragons. It just came out, and like people were driving from far and wide to play it. Like, we hit the Dragon multi-ball at that arcade, and so that has like a special memory burnt in. So his experience with Dungeons and Dragons is really good, really high. Like, he loves it. Because he also doesn't get stuck in that echo chamber of like negativity, like, wow, it locks in Fizmo, and then you gotta go over there, and the magnet, and then you gotta hit that hard shot. Like, he hasn't experienced that frustration. He only knows the good with Dungeons and Dragons. So when I told him yesterday, I'm like, yeah, it's updating right now. Like he wants to play it, and he's like, yeah, I would go out looking to buy a Dungeons and Dragons. So, anyways, I just share stories. I mean, it's story time sometimes, but.
Draw your equipment at Q Branch. For one left. Left out lane ball save is lit. Super pop umpers are lit. Mr. Henderson.
Yeah. You won't believe this. Willard White for you.
Wow. This is a real honor, sir.
Job, Your Honor. Where's that?
Lasted about 24 minutes ago, sir.
A Spectre weapon is available.
Wait, something's happened. Scanners have gone crazy. The material state separation just makes sense.
There are men in Cicada. Men in Cicada.
Those disrupted.
Jackpot. Draw your equipment. Jackpot. Nice job. Jackpot. Draw your equipment at key branch.
So Rex, I keep moving the machine too. It's not helping the situation.
Please stop shaking the game.
But yeah, oddly, part of me wonders if the playfield sits at a different height in this game or something. Like, I don't know.
Lock is lit.
Would you believe that this whole damn country is being held for ransom and we got till noon tomorrow to pay up?
Yeah, I get Silver Iron. You know, it's goofy. So my rig is actually sitting back further this way, but did this move? Dude, maybe this fucking moved. This thing is supposed to be solid as something really solid. All right, you know what? I thought it was the game because we just set it up. Hold on a sec. That is more standard as to what my setup should look like. I think when I removed the camera to take it on location, I might have adjusted some. I use like really strong ass mounts, and that way it doesn't move often. But yeah, that's better. That's more like what we're used to looking at. Yeah, that was my fault. I had it. I assumed, I'm like, oh, maybe the playfield. No, it's always okay to provide feedback. I did realize recently, I'm less open to feedback on my gameplay. The stream is fine, but I'm sort of kidding. Yeah, it's always good actually to point those things out because
This can only be for children. Don't use it, Bonsan. Take my helicopter instead.
So do you guys think, is Godzilla going to come out on Spike 3? Is that what we're hearing? Are they going to bring out some of the like banger titles on Spike 3?
Shoot again.
What's up, Imartachi? How's it going? Thank you, my friend. So yeah, I was talking to my brother yesterday too about, like I said, which if he were to get a pin, what pin would it be? And he said, well, he loves Godzilla, which I love Godzilla.
Ball is lit.
But like Godzilla with a bigger screen.
Oh no.
Ah, don't listen.
What a
Would be
wonderful
sweet.
surprise.
Well, for me too. I must say, I find this business of
But will they call it like remastered or?
Highly irregular.
And are these just going to be releases, or are they going to be like launches? Like one of their cornerstones will be bringing out Godzilla again. That would be, I'd be curious about that. What's up, Rockhound? Welcome to the show. Awesome, Imartachi. We were just talking earlier on the stream today about how it's a good idea to join a league. You know, people shouldn't be afraid to. It's not like you're joining a league, you're committing to a lifelong pinball competitive, you know. People should just show up on league night, play, and work their way up through the ranks. It's fun, it's social. Plus, you learn so much watching those better pinball players. Like, I mean, I'm speaking for myself, but like, I learn a lot from watching better pinball players. As much as I enjoy being a live streamer, I actually don't like watching a ton of live stream pinball. I just always have something I'd rather be doing. I'd rather be doing the streaming than watching the streaming. But in person, I really just focus on technique. I focus on their hands, their nudging. Thank you for that intel. Documengineer says Gomez said they would not be remasters or new editions, just a platform update. So this would be in regards to when they make when they make Jaws or perhaps Godzilla. Yeah, John on YouTube. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they. Well, this is the other thing. So this pinball machine I'm playing on right now, this was made like 3 weeks ago. It has a sticker on the back that said like March 10th or something. And I thought that was...
Grim117X is our newest follower.
What's
Welcome
up?
to the grown-up adjacent community. Grim117X.
Thank you for the new follow, my friend. I appreciate all the followers. If you're not a follower, click that follow button. But yeah, so this game just came out, but it was originally released, obviously, like, I don't know, I feel like 5 years ago. But it has the old power supply. It's like, so even the newest, they're still not putting the newer power supply in. I guess maybe they do still have 1,000 of them or more, or maybe they just need to make it to design specifications. I don't know what. I don't see fault in either of those logics, but all right.
What's your name?
Or one lot.
frustrating. It's like intentionally challenging to get into that big left screen. Dang it.
Ball set. Little Nelly.
This can only be for children. Don't use it, Bonsando. Take my helicopter instead.
Ah, needed that shot.
Draw your equipment at Q branch. Draw your equipment at Q branch.
Finally.
Draw your equipment at Q branch.
I'm trying to. Ah, shit. I moved it away.
Power pack.
Oh no. Ah, don't listen. What a wonderful surprise. Well, for me too. I must say, I find this business of equipping you in the field, on the run as it were, highly irregular. Here we have a Geiger count. Useful and unobtrusive. The sweep hand takes the radioactivity count. It's waterproof, of course, but of course.
So Irish luck. My daughter's not super into pinball. I'll be honest. I wish she was, but she's just like overextended with activities in life and, you know, friends and stuff, school. What I would suggest, here's what happened. So Irish Luck asked about basically my daughter's involvement in pinball. When we bought our first machine, we bought Stranger Things. She was there with me deciding to buy it. And she was engaged and involved in the choice for that game. And she was very disappointed when we sold it. I didn't anticipate how disappointed she was, but she's never really taken to another game since. And so my recommendation is definitely involve your kid or family in the choice of the next game. Don't push them. And, you know, if you want to get them hooked again or hooked, you know, maybe get a game that they want more than you want, right? Like, and I told you guys too, like, my daughter wanted to make the purchase for GTF. We don't own that game. It's a loaner. Because she liked it so much. And it's, I don't know. I wish I understood, like with my daughter, what the logic is that she's not as into pinball. Like, I don't know if it's just too much stimulation. She thinks it's for adults only. I don't know what. Maybe that'll be my side quest this weekend to deep dive into it a bit more.
Extra ball is lit. DB5.
What's my bet?
Oh, he's headed stay, I'm afraid.
Let's never let him down.
Ellis orders please. You're using the system of DB5. Now petrified. Windscreen bulletproof, as on the side and the rear windows. Rolling number plate snaps.
My wife loves Godzilla. I mean, they both love Godzilla.
A Spectre weapon is available.
Ball save. I gotta get that extra ball. Come on. You know what's funny too is though, Irish Luck, my daughter's 12, and she has like no attachment to Pokemon. I wanted to take her last night to play Pokemon just in case it like jumped out at her. If it jumped out at her, I would order one. If it would get her sparked back into, you know, it would be worth the argument and like financial. The thing is too that like, I mean, if you guys are like most households with, you know, young children or young adults, like anything is fighting against short form content and like friends on Roblox or friends on Fortnite or whatever. Those type of like waterfalls of dopamine and stimulation are hard to like convince. Hey, if you come downstairs and play pinball with daddy, it's going to be as fun as like playing Roblox with your 5 friends or, you know, scrolling your stuff. So we're also like huge proponents of screen time. Like our screen time is regulated in the house for her and she doesn't mind. She chose her limit, and if it's a day off or she's sick or something, we obviously allow more and stuff. But anyways, who's to say what the right thing is these days? But yeah, no. Near. Well, Peterson, you know, it's true. And, you know, I think most people are wanting to get it right, especially like us. We got one kid, we got one organ donor. we got one kick at the can, and you just kind of gotta. My worst thing, my thing is you gotta stay engaged, stay in communication, and the whole thing that like worked but didn't work in a lot of our upbringings, like discipline is different now. You gotta make them want to do something different. You gotta make them want to not fuck up in whatever way is the way of the day. And I had a bit of that growing up. Like I had no curfew, no, want to stay out late? Sure. You're going to be tired in the morning. Sure, you can do that, but it's going to cost you. And so I got to I was allowed to make a lot of mistakes on my own and figure them out on my own. Whereas if my dad was like, you know what? I wouldn't ride that zip line across the river that you built out of yellow, stretchy polypropylene rope when you're 180 pounds. I wouldn't do that. I had to learn on my own and get halfway and then fall. I had to have my mom scrape me out of the ditch piss drunk when I was drinking too young. So I don't know what is the right way these days. I think the biggest thing is communication, explaining things, and trying not to be too much of a dick to our kids. Because how many people, back when we were growing up and that they're just, you tell them one thing, it becomes the thing they want to do. Tell them, hey, you can't do that. Well, now I want to do that. I don't know. I'm no expert. Well, this is the thing too. So, ultimately, Irish luck, like you can't keep them off it. So what I try to do is like at least provide some sort of options. Like, hey, I'm going to this new arcade in Vancouver today. It's got like 60 games. You want to bring a friend? And almost always her answer is, no, I don't know. I'll be like, well, only gonna ask once. I can only go today. Or like, hey, you want to go to the mall? And like, you kind of got to oversell other things other than the screen. Unfortunately, you got to like, you can't just tell them, stop or don't, or that's not the right thing to like. You got to make them make the decisions. I don't know, in my experience. It's no different with, millennials like myself. I'm on the edge of millennialism, so I'm somewhat millennial adjacent. I identify as non-millennial most of the time, but I think I'm right on the edge. I graduated in 99, so. Oof. Shoot again.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
There we go. It's true.
You'll want to complete the spectre targets and build bird
Yeah, John, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, Star Wars. Did you say Star Wars? Star Wars is. Yeah, my nephews, they're heavily into Star Wars. They know more Star Wars lore than I ever will. I'm on ball 3 at 1.6 million. We're gonna start fresh, guys. What's up, Tom Ghidra? How's it going, man? You know, it's funny. So there's a period of time where like work was becoming so stressful. My work schedule was a fixed 12-hour days. Like I woke up at 4:45. I was at work by 5:30 a.m. and I was home at about 5 every day. It was so busy and I was just doing everyone's fucking job. And it kind of broke me. And I was like, I can't escape. As soon as you become the one that will take responsibility and take on those hard tasks and has the energy for it, like everyone takes advantage. And so breaking that habit, like I had screen time on all my devices recently. Like it's intended for kids. I put it on my email, my Microsoft Teams, all my notifications, because I couldn't take it, man. Like 9 p.m. I get a message about like some insurance thing or some lawyer shit, and then I won't sleep at night. So now I just have like my Microsoft Teams doesn't notify me anymore. Email doesn't notify me. None of my like no one can get through to me on a phone call. Like it's all makes you say, if you're not known, it says like just. I love some of the new Apple iPhone features. They're like, you can screen calls very well. And anyways, I've used screen time for myself as well, to kind of keep the business from taking over. And shit. I'm gonna say that better ball save. Yeah, Imartachi, I mean, like for Microsoft Teams is what our organization uses. I set it so like 4 p.m. I'm not, nothing's beeping at me anymore. None of my apps notify me ever. So like WhatsApp, Teams, email, nothing notifies me. I haven't beeped in like 5 years. I can't. Into those pop bumpers.
Is running out of dollars.
Oof.
Q branch is lit. You'll want to complete the spectre targets to build one.
My dear uncooperative Domino.
How do you know that? How do you know my friends call me Domino?
It's on the bracelet on your ankle.
So, what sharp little eyes you've got.
After playing this now for a couple hours, I'm really starting to feel where the ball's gonna go when you do what, which is nice. Some games it takes a long time to figure that out. I'm still not applying all of this knowledge. Ah, yeah. Getting sloppy. Getting sloppy. Gija, I know I saw that. Yeah. There we go.
Little Nelly.
This can only be for children. Don't use it, Bonsanda. Keep my helicopters there.
One shot I'm trying to get better at is this villains mode ramp here. Cross-shotting it has not proved successful. Well, I don't know. What else is happening today? Anyone else doing anything exciting? Ooh, Emeritachi. Noise. Noise. Oh, Dustin. Oh, so, Henry, your laptop, were they able to keep your data on it? So Dustin Echoes Pinball, we set up his streaming rig and when I was in Texas, and his laptop like pooed the bed. Data preserve, sweet. Glad for you, bro. Let me know when you're going live. Come join in. It's funny, it sounds funny, but I was suspecting it could possibly be the power supply, because my power supply on my Asus, it's a huge brick and they get so hot. They're providing a pretty high amount of power that it's good though. That's a good reason to have support and go to the Dell support for that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to move over to Dungeons and Dragons later, unless you guys have some special requests, because it has a huge update, 1.0. 1.0 on Dungeons. I also have another kind of goofy side quest I'm working on. I'm building a topper for Jurassic Park, and I bought the perfect massive dinosaur off of Marketplace, and I'm gonna make it kind of like my Star Wars topper for Star Wars. It should be sweet. Yeah, like my Asus power adapter is literally a brick. Literally like the size of a terracotta brick. Massive. But yeah, I just wanted to say, everyone, thank you for coming to hang out today. I appreciate all of you, the subs, for the subscribers, if you're a subscriber. Thank you guys for subscribing. The subscriptions help offset the heavy costs to do this stream. So thank you for the subscribers out there. And follow on the other social media. That's where I put out all my short content, all the exciting clips from this show. But and also shout out to Ball Baron and Nitro Pinball. Yeah, no. I'm gonna go eat some breakfast, finish my massive coffee, and I'm gonna raid over to Space Junk, because Space Junk raided over to me. I want Space Junk to get on the Pinball Live network. We talked about it, but we shall see. So I'm raiding over to Space Junk 3000. Also, to the viewers, if you want to know more about the Pinball Live network, just go to the website and message me, pinballlive.com. We onboarded Busted Chops. Busted Chops is on the Pinball Live network, so friend of the channel, a regular. But yeah, we're gonna head over to Space Junk. It's like he's doing a setup live stream today, which is cool. Anyways, thank you again, everyone. It's always nice to hang out, and we'll catch you. I don't know if his audio is working. Maybe it is. Oh, yeah, it is. There we go.
Yeah, that's definitely needs to be fixed.
Better hang on to that.
Why would a flipper stay up?